Hey everyone, Skyrose here, and today I'll be revealing the final conclusions that have been made regarding the FlameGroup.info Easter Egg, as well as what it could possibly all mean. So with no more delay, let's get right into this. Before I continue, I should state that if you haven't watched the previous two videos Chris made on this subject, I would suggest you do that, but it is not necessary. So let's start off with this. The entire thing is not solved completely. There are still piles of mysteries and unknowns all over this. However, we believe this is the farthest it could be solved given the current info, and that we must wait for the 18th to receive the final pieces. Let's observe all the pieces we have and see if we can make heads or tails of them. So we have Bible pages that have italic words that don't fit. These words produce the sentence, "Follow the path to vengeance." We have coordinates that lead to roads with names on them, and one coordinate that points far away from the rest. A location map that when mapped out spells Christian, as well as the date October 18th. And we have a lookout journal that details the unloading of the Anakin ship that has times that suggest a hidden mystery. First, let's add one more piece, a piece that VSL perhaps solved late last night. If one is to use the times as if they are Bible verses and go to the suggested verse in the translation of the Bible that the devs used, in there the pages which is Douay Reams translation. Then using the key on the bottom of the page that says 6, so 6 word, you get a strange sentence formed the voice whom because again, and were Sidom. While this could be incorrect, if we will come back to this. So first let's take all the pieces that have to do with the story of revenge and the boat. So it's clear that the vengeance is a theme here, with both the hit list and the path to vengeance in the Bible. However, we don't know who wants vengeance and why they want it, or maybe not. Because when we look at the original tweet, we can see the destruction of the Anakin shipwreck occurring, and since we also see the unloading of the ship occurring in the lookout journal, maybe we can assume that the destruction of the ship is what started this entire cycle of revenge of either the survivors trying to take revenge, or the guy who blew it up trying to kill the survivor. We must also remember the name Christian. She certainly has something to do with this, and there are multiple ways she could be connected. First, she could be the writer. She could be the final subject of revenge. She could be the person who died starting this entire course of revenge, or she could be the one who destroyed the boat. The final theory is the one with perhaps the most credence. As we can see in the final page, the sentence, "she is not with them," which could suggest that she isn't with them because she knows the ship is going to explode. This entire story is still only a collection of loose pieces, and unless a major discovery is made, it can be assumed that either the 18th or 10-second cassette tapes will be what solves the rest of this. But we do have a second story that is being suggested in this. The story of a religious group that has viewed the nuclear annihilation as a divine retribution. This concept is expressed in several pages. First, we have the name of the group, FlameGroup, which could suggest that they are, to a degree, worship the nuclear fire. Next, we have chosen verses of the Bible that they decide to include. These are parts of Genesis 2, 4, 6, 8, 34, and 35. These tell the stories of Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, the flood, and the construction of Bethel. These are stories of sin, retribution, and rebuilding, which would align with some who views the nuclear fires as retribution for pre-war sin. Also, we have Kirsten's name, which in itself means Christian woman, and finally we have the mystery I mentioned earlier. The sentence, while haphazard in nature, could be decoded as the voice formed again because there were Sidom, or voice of enacted retribution because of the presence of sin. And while that's a massive jump, that's the closest to a conclusion I've got so far. But to be honest, I don't fully know, and I don't think anyone will until the 18th or the new season. But if you think you figured it out more than we have, join the VSL Discord and feel free to tell us so. But until next time, this has been Sky. Ciao!